Hello friends, it's November 23rd and this is our weekly Tuesday live stamp and chat with Janey, and I'm just pulling up my laptop here so I can make sure to see your comments and hang out with you a little bit better. Are you already baking and cooking for Thanksgiving? Are you celebrating Thanksgiving in your area? I know some people are in Canada, and Canada had Thanksgiving in October. So let me get my paper figured out here so I know where I can go and where I need to stay out of on my screen. It's so hard to tell on my phone, but it's way easier to tell on the computer. So, welcome. It's Janey Backer with Inspired Stamping, and I'm so glad that you joined me today. We're going to do a little this or that stamping. So let me get my paper up here and, whoops. Well, here we go. We're going to stamp or create today with this beautiful blue snowy forest scene. It comes from Beauty of the Earth Designer Series paper in our annual catalog, and I'm excited to create with this. But oh my goodness, then I see this beauty. Look at this beautiful sheet. So maybe we should make some really pretty Thanksgiving treats as well. I've been making lots and lots of little diaper fold Ghirardelli squares for my recent craft fair, and my niece Camille's been helping me. She's and my mom. They've been amazing helping me with all those great folds. So let's review that really quick. I know we did it last month, but where are they? Hello, little chocolates. Okay, here they are. I have not fully unpacked from my holiday event. So this is the little Ghirardelli squares that fit in here, but these are all Christmassy. So let's go ahead and do something that is suitable for Thanksgiving this week and would be great on your table as little, I just need to pick a cute ribbon. What do you think? Do you like this ribbon? This is Early Espresso. Or should I go with something a little smaller like linen thread? I think the other option is to go more fancy. This is more than a this or that. This is why it's takes so long to design, because oh, here's fine art ribbon with this beautiful gold thread in it. Okay, so leave me a comment of which one you like and you think that I should create with. Oops. Early Espresso, linen thread, or fine art ribbon. See that beautiful gold? It's really pretty. And then, of course, we're going to need a sentiment of some sort. So let's find our massive thanks. Oh, I hid it from myself. Where did I put it? Let's see. do You're So Special from Tasteful Touches. Okay, so be sure to leave me a comment that you're here. And we're going to get our block. So this is our cling stamps. They are red rubber with a layer of foam, and then we adhere the labels when they arrive, and they cling to these acrylic blocks so that you can stamp with them in your ink pad, clean them, and then put them back, in their case for storage. It makes storage really simple, that you don't have to store a whole bunch of wooden blocks like we did 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 50 years ago. The clear blocks, you just need a set of blocks, and then your stamps are the size of a DVD case to store on your shelf. Super simple and easy. Maybe my camera needs to be higher. You're getting a very close-up view. Okay, there we go. A little bit higher up. Okay, so the thing I like about our DSP is that on the back, it always lists what the colors are in this designer series paper, so you know which type of ink you might want to use as you're looking at your paper. So for this paper, I'm going to grab the Mary Merlot as my ink color, and we're going to stamp on basic white. Hello, if you're just joining me, please leave me a comment. I so appreciate when you let me know that you're here with me. We are going to make a quick treat for your Thanksgiving tables. Okay, make sure that I really am on the paper here. Okay. So there's our stamped image. Ta-da. And then I'm going to pick one of my label punches. So fun. There's so many to pick from. Let's see. So I always like to open it up, and this is our postage stamp punch. So slide it in here, and it's going to fit. I just didn't punch far enough over. So let's give it a little chop. And maybe try it from the other direction. Okay, so you see how I'm lining that up in there? Just like that. So you want to make sure that it's straight, otherwise, or I mean, you could make it diagonal on purpose if that's how you want to design it for your project. That's always an option. And if you stamped with me for very long, then you know I do a lot of projects on angle. So there's our little sentiment, You're So Special. I think it's good for that to have some good white margin because this paper is very rich and busy. So you're just going to take your 12 by 12 sheet, cut it down to 6 by 6. So you can get 4 of these out of one sheet. And the cool thing about these is that they are double-sided, so you can see both sides of the paper when you fold them up. So you're going to fold it into a triangle, just like that, and then you're going to bring one side over to here. And yes, it would be a good idea to use my bone folder, but I left it in the other room because I take it with me wherever I go. And then you're going to fold this one over here. And then the front layer folds down, just like that. So if it's crooked, then just adapt. Just shift it over a little bit, make another fold. Okay, so it's beautiful on the back side, beautiful on the front. Here's our little You're So Special. I'm still not quite getting this straight, so let me back it up that way. I think that's what I need to do, is make it wider. There we go. Okay, so at the beginning of the video, I asked for input on your ideas for a ribbon, and I'm going to use the glittery fine art ribbon. I like to put a row of Stamp and Seal down, and then we're going to do some loops here, the top, and then a loop down, and then you're going to stagger it back up so that you get that tail here at the top. Now this ribbon does like to fray, and so you can go ahead and fluff up that frayiness on your own, or you can hope that it doesn't fray and leave it that way. I'm going to go ahead and make the angle a little sharper. There we go. And then, oh my goodness, I have all my supplies in the other room because I was working on various projects. Okay, so I'm going to take some glue dots and just adhere them onto the ribbon. You could also use dimensionals, which is one of my favorites, but I walked off with my dimensionals and I sent some of them to my mom's house. Okay, so You're So Special is going to go right there. See your beautiful ribbon. I think we need a little bit of bling and our gilded gems are the perfect golden touch. So you can put York peppermint patties in these, you can put Ghirardelli squares into them, you can put Hershey minis into these, and try to decide how I want to do this. Let's do the medium up here to the side, and a small one up here on that side, and then a large one off center below. There we go. Just like that. Okay, so wouldn't that be beautiful at each place setting at your Thanksgiving table? Now, even if your family does buffet style, they don't sit down, they do buffet style like my family does. We set up my sister's big kitchen counter bar up for a buffet for people to just walk around the buffet and serve their food. You can still put these out at each table place setting with by their chair on the tables. Just a beautiful touch of fall. We had snow this morning and my 12-year-old said, "No, it's not allowed to snow until December 1st. It's Thanksgiving. Stay away." I told her the weather doesn't care what the date is. The weather's going to do what it's going to do. So funny. Anyway, I hope you like these and that they bring you smiles. I will definitely be putting a couple of these out for our package Amazon UPS drivers. And then I will also stick one in the mailbox for my mail lady. She adores getting little packets, so I'll have to be sure to do that with her. Okay, so are you ready to make a card? Let me tidy up all these ribbons that I put out. Part of our demonstrator meeting every month that I hold here in person in Boise is a card swap. And all of my inspired stamping team friends come to that meeting, as well as any local demonstrators with Stampin' Up! Are welcome to join us as well, because there's plenty of people that have out-of-state team, or maybe they're direct to Stampin' Up! And don't have a team at all that enjoy coming and sharing our crafty fellowship time. So it's fun to get together. So I'm going to work on making my swap card with you. All right, getting all cleaned up. And our theme is a wintry thank you card. So I'm going to work with this paper from Beauty of the Earth. And I'm pretty sure that, let me find my blue gems. How do you like to store your embellishments? Do you have a system that works really good for you? I personally like to just put mine in this box, and then I can thumb through it and look quickly at what I've got. So I want to use these blue adhesive-backed gems. I kept them in this bag so they'd be safe. And this looks really great with Moonlit. Where are you? Here we go. Misty Moonlight. So I think that will be a card base. I'm also thinking to add the, oh my goodness, my mind went blank. I need to label these little folders of the pine boughs. Let's get the catalog out. Wintry 3D. That's what they're called, Wintry 3D, which is 2 embossing folders. You get snowflakes and you get pine boughs. It's a great bargain. I'm not sure where my camera is. There we go. To get 2 textures, 2 folders for one price. All right, where did I put my paper trimmer? On the floor. Okay. So this card will be scored at 4 1/4. Cut at 5 1/2, which is half a sheet of cardstock, just like this. And then my design intention is a 2-inch strip. So let's go ahead and do, let's see, this is 6, 7, I don't know how wide this is, but we're gonna go ahead and cut 5 1/4. And try to say if I want 1.5 inches or 2 inches. Let's do 2 inches. Do you know this awesome tip and trick with your paper trimmer? You use this corner down here. Just line your paper up right in the middle, and then is a square centered fold line. Thankful for that little right angle corner there. I'm also going to cut a piece of basic white. So let me see if this is going to work. It will also be 2 inches wide by 5 1/4. And this is what I will emboss. So I'm going to line up my straight line there and run this through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Oh, bless. Let's see. Now, I do this on a cart, not on my table, because it does shake and shimmies. But for the thick 3D folders, you use your platform layer 1. And the recipes are always printed on here. And then gray layer 4. Your fold of your folder always goes in first. And that is your sandwich for your embossing. And then you just run it through your machine. All right. Sometimes with these 3Ds, they really like to get embedded in their embossing. So you just get right under the edge there. Here we go. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. Okay, so let me grab my Misty Moonlight pad and find the perfect little thank you sentiment. Oops. I'm going to use the oval punch, so I want to find a small sentiment, but not too small. Do you have a favorite thank you sentiment that you like to use? Oh boy. I think that this one is too big. Okay. That one's really small. That might fit. Little card, big thanks. So that might work. But let me just check again. To see if I have another option that will fit even better. Okay. Going to change to color and contour. And go with thank you for everything. It's one of my favorites. But this means I'll have to change my punch, and that's okay. let's see. All right, we'll go with this larger punch, the Label Me Lovely. And I'm going to show you how to customize this punch so that it fits whatever sentiment you're using. We're gonna open our stamp pad, and these are the photopolymer stamps, which are transparent, and they also go right on the block, and they hold right on there. So remember, your ink pad is a sponge, and so you just tap on the surface. Don't squish or smush it. Otherwise you'll end up with ink all over your block. And then of course you can practice on your grid paper. That's what grid paper's for. All right. So then you're going to take your punch and center it around there. So as you can see, my paper doesn't fit in there. And the reason is because I'm going to take this, oops, and slide it in here so that the straight edges on either side of the punch are the guide. And then you just line up however long you want it in your punch. And voila, you have a customized punch size despite what your intended design of your punch was. And the reason I love this is because then I can grab a contrasting color, which is, I'm going to do the same, do a full label of Misty Moonlight. To layer right there to frame it and help it pop. Remember to close your ink pads so that you don't stick anything from your project into your ink. Okay. I can't live without dimensionals on my table, so I just went and grabbed a pack. So another day I'll show you another technique that you can use with the lovely label punch, but today we'll just keep it simple with this one. So I am intending my layout of these layers to go like this on the card, just like that. And let's find some sparkly white ribbon. Or some sparkly silver ribbon. Aha, yes. Okay, so let's take our stamp and seal, and sometimes you have to use your finger to forward it just a titch. I really like Seal Plus, it is my favorite. There we go. And sometimes I turn it over and press it really good. Okay, so we could just have it floppy, but I think I like the folded best. So I'm going to put stamp and seal on each right and left side. Okay. And this isn't going to require a lot of the ribbon. Oops. Those are not my ribbon scissors, these are. So you have it attached in here, and then you're just going to fold it back on itself. Just like that. So it just pokes out a little bit there. And then repeat with the other side. So the first edge goes right into the edge of your adhesive. make sure you grab the really sharp ribbon scissors, which is just our paper snips. They've never been used on paper, so they're super sharp and perfect for our ribbons. Okay, so you can see how I've created two little foldy loops. Now I'm going to grab dimensionals and I'm going to overlap them onto the edges of the ribbon just to keep everything really in place. And it is ready to be attached. So grab our liquid glue. I like the idea of a winter thank you card because we will need them to say thank you for Christmas presents. And so this will be perfect. So glue goes really light on the edges, thick in the middle because it will ooze. And it just gets lined up right there. Now I'm off a little bit on my line, so I'm just going to pull this edge over a little bit, just like that. So then it has a nice straight margin around. It is handmade, which means it is imperfect because humans are imperfect. Okay, so take those backings off. I'm going to go more towards the white so that we have the contrast of the blue along there. So proud of myself. I put my Take a Pick tool away and now I can grab it. And then I think I'll take one little gem and just stick it right there. Simple. And hopefully it expresses gratitude. So perfect for a January thank you card. You could add a whole lot of embellishments on here. I anticipate I'll be making 15 to 20 of these cards. So my embellishments need to stretch for that many of swaps in our meeting. But it's totally up to you. Some people also prefer a cleaner look without embellishments at all, since there is a lot of texture and pattern. It's just so pretty. So I hope that the gals on my team enjoy my swap, and I hope that they don't see spoilers of seeing it before our meeting. And if you've been wanting to get a Stampin' Up! Starter kit, now is a great time to do that. It is only $75 during November, and you select $125 of product. So that is a great bargain. So just to remember, we started out with a thank you card for your, oh dear, sorry, there's a phone call coming in, even though I had tried to block all those calls. All right, we made a Thanksgiving treat for your table on Thursday that you can put a candy into. And then we've made a thank you card with a winter theme for you to have on hand after your Christmas events and Christmas gifting. So if you're going to order online, I'd greatly appreciate if you use my host code. You can go to inspiredstamping.com and then go directly in with the shopping cart link to use this host code. And I appreciate your support for my business. I wasn't going to go on camera today because I'm going out to my trailer and I'm wearing work clothes, but I'll let you see. I'm wearing my Captain America cut up work shirt, no makeup, because I'm going to go out and work on the trailer again today and get messy and have all sorts of insulation flying everywhere. So it's not a beauty day. So thanks so much for joining me for stamping, and I can't wait to stamp with you in my studio trailer, hopefully in just a couple more weeks. Okay, you all have a great day and a great Thanksgiving, and come see me next Tuesday. Bye-bye.